Buckets. That's the name of my boat. Buckets.
Buckets. What we get.
Not the only transfer we got from Florida. Keith Stone, too. Remember that.
Everybody who watches his show on a regular basis knows my love of the stretch four.
You know, we all make mistakes. He might have made one going to
It's
Tallahassee.
mercy if y'all don't know. Dribble to the left, cross over to the right. Hurricane to the game, many buckets for the night. Matt with the pick and roll, Melissa with the give and go. This Shally-oo, hoodie girl dunking in the hole. Check the scoreboard, this what we fall for. Peep the gameplay, they want an encore. Yeah, overtime for another round. It's buckets out the buckets, baby. You out of time. It's buckets. What it is, homie, it's buckets. Woo! We get buckets. Yeah, baby, buckets.
I have no shame.
I know. That's the problem.
You guys are awesome.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Buckets. He's Vish, she's Melissa, I'm Matt. Melissa, how are we doing tonight?
Good. It's been a good week in Miami. State champs. Me and Vish were up in Tally this past weekend. Then went to see Panthers opening night.
Nice.
How's it going, Vish?
Going well.
Vish witnessed his first banner raising yesterday.
Yeah. I wasn't there when the Mavs raised the banner after beating the Heat. Shout out to all our listeners who I know enjoyed that. And then yeah, that's pretty much the only banner, I think, because I wasn't there for the Final Four banner either. I was in DC that day, so yeah, I had not seen a banner.
Matt, you running that JV team into shape?
Yep, always.
All right, tonight's show is going to be the men's schedule breakdown. We're going to talk about some games we're intrigued by, just our opinions on certain matchups, and then we're going to do the same game as last week with the NBA wheel. We've added a few more stipulations or things to make it a little bit more interesting. Me and Vish on our flight to Tallahassee and back kind of invented new ways to spice up the game.
We workshop tested it out, so it's been perfected for Matt's use.
I was trying to text Matt our teams on the flight, but the Wi-Fi was not friendly to us.
It was the
It was very small airplane.
When you go off the grid, which is basically what Tallahassee is, these things happen. So
it really is. So.
Yep. So today as Melissa said, we're going to be breaking down the men's schedule, talking about games we're looking forward to, maybe ones not so much looking forward to. Break down some of the Canes' opponents, and that'll lead into a couple weeks from now. We will do our formal predictions and argue about it, and then I'll be wrong if history is any good. So, with that, let me go ahead and get the schedule loaded up here.
I've got a dog barking in the background.
Yeah,
that's a windows open guy. So we get the ambiance.
When you're upstairs, you gotta have it open. I'm sorry, it's hot.
All right, well, this is the schedule, and this encompasses basically a little bit of the conference schedule, most of the out of conference. So let me I'll throw it to you.
Out of conference first.
Yep, let's do it. I'll throw it to you first, Matt. What kind of stands out here? Any games in particular, negatively or positively?
Well, I love the 3 early games, just to kind of get our bearings together. Try out different lineups, see what works, see what doesn't. It's nice to have those kind of games. I'm curious to see how good Stetson is. I haven't looked at all because they've had a couple years where I think they made it to the tournament. Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
I think Jalen.
Jalen Blackman might have been. Yeah, they had another. What is his name? Nick Swenson or something. He was another guy that transferred to a school out here. It was pretty solid. So yeah, no, I'm curious to see how that goes as well. Not sure on Jacksonville. I know they've had a couple years as well, but it's nice to have like those 3 games that you hopefully start out 3-0 if everything goes as it should. But yeah, and then you move on to the toughest game of the entire schedule, going up against Florida. That's going to be a really tough game. They brought back a lot of guys and brought in a ton of talent and just are very well coached. I've been a huge fan of Todd Golden since he was at San Francisco. But yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup, and hopefully we can be competitive in it. But yeah.
So that kind of encompasses the first 4 games. Like you said, they're all in state. Melissa, what are your thoughts on that kind of opening 4-game stretch, in particular playing Florida and Jackson? I think is probably the highlight. Look, we lost to worse teams than the first 3 last year, but we did come out comfortably winning the first 3 games last year. So
yeah,
that Florida's
I like that we have kind of like tune-up games. Obviously, no game is a guaranteed win, as the team last year proved. But I definitely like that we have less like smaller division teams, smaller conference teams to start, especially because we're playing the defending champs in Game 4 in a neutral site. But it's in Jacksonville. They might as well have just played it at Gainesville. Like that's just ridiculous. It's just screwing us out of a better looking loss. Yeah, I agree with Matt. The game I'm interested in though is Ole Miss, the SEC ACC Challenge. Ole Miss actually beat Louisville last year, and had a pretty good record, 20-12. So I'm excited for that one. That one's at home, I believe.
No, it's at Ole Miss.
Is it at Ole Miss?
Yeah.
No, it's at Ole Miss because we played Arkansas at home last year. I was thinking of the women. But yeah, they were 24-12 last year, 10-8 in the ACCC, and they made the tournament. So I do think Florida is a step better than Ole Miss. But I think that might. Florida. We're gonna get to predictions later. I think I don't.
I think it's more than one step. I think it's a couple.
Yeah, I don't think the Florida game's gonna be close, but I think Ole Miss will be a really good test for us. Just to kind of see kind of the early progress of the team based off like some of the easier competition we play, and if we can put it all together against a power conference team that's not the defending champ.
Yeah, and just shout out to Parrish in the chat. It was good to kind of get the tip off, is what they call it for a reason. Kind of that's the formal start of the season. We'll have more on that next week. Obviously, they just wrapped up the press conferences today, so we'll kind of by next week we'll know like where the predicted order finishes. It'll be kind of interesting to see where they slot the Canes in, and that'll help inform some of our prediction show. And yeah, Ole Miss is an interesting one on the road for the ACC SEC Challenge. Also, there is one game that's not noted here that BYU game as part of a tournament on Thursday and Friday of that week. That's Thanksgiving. The Friday game will either be Dayton or Georgetown. Just so that is also on the schedule. We just don't know which opponent. For me, look, we're not. All right, I'd gladly get old takes exposed on this, but we're not going to beat Florida. And I think the question coming out of that game is how the team.
Be a great clip if that very small percent happens, and we do. Not that I'm saying it's going to, but
I will clip it myself. I'll be giddy clipping it, man. If we beat Florida, I'm going to be on top. I don't care that I blew the prediction.
But you gotta have the clip and then like have like a clown emoji come down over your face. just to add to it.
It's the second show this week where the non-producer has just told me how to do my job, and I don't like
I
it.
know. I just said that. I said that would be a great clip. I didn't.
No, I'm not talking about you. Matt's got me doing like video editing over here. Put a cloud emoji. What's happening? Anyway,
I know what you're capable of. That's why.
Well, yeah. Is it worth it? The last year, as I said, we won the first 2 games comfortably. We're actually just on the cusp of being ranked. I think we're like the last team like out of the poll getting that many votes, and then obviously went to that tournament in South Carolina, got blown out 3 times in the season. Came apart. Look, Florida's going to beat us probably pretty handily. And then how's the team come out of that? Because the team never recovered from that first loss last year where they get blown out and it seemed like the confidence was shaken. And then it was bad game after bad game there. So, because they did, we talked about that tournament and how it sunk last year's team. During the Syracuse football game implosion, this basketball team was busy losing to one of, if not the worst team in the country. And no one knows because of that. Like, it got bad real quickly. And so how you kind of go through and handle adversity, because last year's team could not do that at all. And this is a pretty challenging schedule. BYU is not a pushover.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about BYU.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So that's a tournament. It's Dayton or Georgetown will play on the Friday, depending. It's winners play winners, losers play losers. So we'll play either Dayton or Georgetown as well. That's a little bit less of a. But BYU is tough, and if you're sitting there with 2 losses already going into Ole Miss, it's not hard to see this out of conference sinking this team. It's not the toughest schedule in the world, but there's 3.5 losable games here.
The tough games are very tough.
Yeah, so
because BYU they probably offensively run some of the best stuff in the country.
Well, they should. They're all like 26 years old, so
not all of them.
Well, that'll test our defense first team.
Yeah, they're super hard to guard. It's
and I think
interesting matchup.
I think this schedule. I know he explained why he added Florida because, and we're going to talk about the conference schedule. He missed some of the bigger opponents in the ACC, so he wanted another, top school to play, and he picked the best one. But there are a lot of potential losses on this out of conference schedule, and so that's why it's very important to not get dejected and get run down by it. Like, there's no shame in losing to the defending champions, and it's basically a road game, and if that mentally affects the team the way last year's losses did, this could get ugly.
Yeah,
really important.
Let's not gloss over to the Southern Miss matchup, the Chris Watson revenge game. So that's another one too. Got to add that.
I thought him playing for us was his revenge. He's doing it again.
Oh my God!
I feel like him playing Southern Miss is the opposite of revenge.
I don't know. How did he do last year? Did he play? What was his?
Yeah, I think he was like 7 or 8 points a game. I looked at it at one point. I don't remember, to be honest with you, off the top of my head. But
in any event, I'd say overall the story of the out of conference is if the team is still playing, and I don't know what that level is because frankly there's so many unknowns. I don't think I can ever. I mean, it definitely has never happened here. I don't think it's probably happened to anyone. Maybe Arkansas last year, but where every single player and assistant coach and head coach is all new. Like it's a big unknown in terms of how good this team is, and even like what kind of style they're going to play and all of that. So if they're playing at the same level when they get to the North Florida game as they do heading into the Jacksonville game, kind of like believing in this, running the stuff correctly, believing in it, I think the offseason will be the out of conference will be a success because I'm not optimistic. Like we're not going to run through it undefeated or with one. There's going to be multiple loss situations.
He played in 33 games, started 32 of them, averaged 28.5 minutes, and averaged 8.1 points.
Oh, it was close.
Shot 33% from the field and 22.9% from 3.
Oof, he's a guard.
69% from the free throw line.
Yeah, and then good call out. North Florida is kind of that getaway. There's always a game right before the break for the holiday, so that there's that one. And yeah, this could be an ugly record in terms of games. We'll make it to most of them, for me at least.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
depends on my work schedule. It's hard. I can't plan my work schedule around the games because there's so many. So I go to whatever I'm off for. And then Vish text messages me venting about whatever's happening.
Hey, sometimes it is PJ
So
getting pumped. Okay, it's not always bent.
I want to go back too because
Mhm.
I know you asked me initially, but I was going to talk about the Ole Miss game as
Yeah.
well, just because they returned a few guys, added some guys in the portal. I think the matchup of like Malik Dia, I think it's his senior year for Ole Miss. Looking for him I think he's gonna make a big jump, and so I think that's gonna be a really good matchup against Malik Renault. But just like one of the better teams defensively in the country when you look like at advanced stats and stuff. So I think that's gonna be like just based on what head coach Jay Lucas has said, like our identity as a team, the focus on defense and whatnot, like that's going to be a like grinded out, like low scoring, low amount of possessions type of game. So that's going to be interesting to see as well. And then like you literally go from playing BYU. I know because that's in a tournament, so we're going to play another game or two or whatever in between. But like you go from like a high efficiency offensive team that has a ton of possessions that could score like 100 points in a game, who probably have, I mean, actually not even probably, have a better roster than they did last year. They were a really good team last year. They had a guy has a chance to be the number one pick in the NBA draft and a few other transfers as well, and bring back some key guys. That's going to be a really tough game as well. So it's an interesting dynamic though, going from BYU to Ole Miss. So we're going to learn a lot about the team in that like 1 week period. So
Yeah, and again, it's like this is like where like there's a game hidden here. It'll be either against Dayton or Georgetown. In between those two, you kind of got to win that. 'Cause if you do lose that, and then you're going into that's when we saw last year how hard it is to get out of the funk when you fall into it. And as you said, I mean, I know it's somewhat facetious about Chris Watson, but Southern Miss has some decent players, and if you're coming in there having lost. You're flying. Actually, both teams are flying in from Mississippi, but you're coming back from Oxford on a 3-game losing streak, and then have to get up for that noon game in an empty arena because everyone will be in Charlotte. That's a tough one to do, and so like that's why it's important to win those winnable games. And that Georgetown or Dayton, that's one that they kind of got to win just to keep the train on the tracks.
Yeah, but I mean, even Georgetown, because I mean, since Ed Cooley took over, I know they're still not like, I don't remember where they ended up finishing in the conference last year. I know they were like around 500, but like that's a team like maybe they make that next step up. And so you never know,
Yeah, no, I think it's important to note that we were one of the worst teams in the country last year. So there's no gimme. They're looking at us saying we got to beat Miami.
Yeah, and Dayton has been like one of the best majors.
If we want this to be a successful season, you got to win those types of games to avoid it being last year on repeat, essentially.
Yeah.
No, the 100% Dayton and Georgetown are looking at us being like, if we play Miami, we got to beat that. If we can't win that game, who the hell are we beating on the schedule? So. There's another question in the chat. I'll throw this to Melissa. We're going to talk more about the schedules of the women's schedule and predictions in future shows, but just want a quick answer on this for Parrish here.
You can't
if I
really
put money on it,
though,
I would say.
Because I think women's ACC conference is tougher than what the men are right now. I think the women on paper have a better team because we obviously don't know what we're getting with Coach Lucas and a brand new team. But I think the conference is harder. And like for the men, we're going to get into ACC play in a minute. We don't play like the top, who we would assume is like the top team in Duke. Do we play UNC Yeah,
We do have one game here.
We have UNC at home.
Yeah, but we play all the other top teams.
Yeah, we play Louisville.
Real action here. So that
NC
is,
State, Virginia.
there's a couple more games. Yeah, there's a few more games that aren't fitting on the screen, but yeah.
So the women last year played like what 6 ranked teams in a row. So we'll see.
A little bit here.
There's so much unknown now because of the transfer portal. Like some of these teams is just like ours, where it's just all new players.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the regular in college sports period now.
But like at least we don't have to go out to California.
Excuse you. We didn't want you anyways.
Yeah,
whatever.
Who the hell would want to go out to California? Okay, yeah. So, but that's kind of the non-conference. Again, we're gonna do predictions on a future show, so we won't like predict games, but it will be a major, not a minor, but a major miracle if the Canes come out undefeated. So let's just temper expectations. You play the defending champions on a fake road game, neutral site game that's actually a road game, and then traveling to another really good SEC team on the road. That's a tough one. All right, to conference, Melissa already mentioned no Duke, and one game against Carolina at home. So kind of avoiding those two. No NC State either, I think. So no trip to the Raleigh Durham area, or usually go like 3 or 4 times during the season. So interesting.
But you know what I'm looking forward to? What I'm looking forward to is hopefully the FSU curse is gone because Coach Ham no longer coaches that team. For the life of me, Cal could not beat FSU ever. Like we had like 1 win against them or something. So I'm hoping to start a new trend and that we actually start beating FSU every year. They have a brand new team also, new coach. So I'm looking forward to those 2 matchups just to see where both teams are at because it's kind of a new start for both teams.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's also a realistic accomplishment. I know, our fans might differ on where they think this team is going to finish or go, but beating Florida State's a reasonable expectation. And it's kind of one that, it would be, if we come out of the season, obviously we win only 2 conference games with the only 2, it's going to be a disaster, but until we pick up some other wins along the way too, I think sweeping FSU would be a good kind of first-year step forward. You got to beat your rivals, and as you said,
we
even
don't
the
have a chance
Final
of
Four
beating
team,
Florida, so we need to beat FSU.
Yeah, even the Final Four team, blew that big lead at home and lost to FSU. So it's been a bit since we've kind of maximized that matchup. What about you, Matt? What are you thinking conferences? What game are you looking forward to the most?
I have 2. You guys are gonna think I'm trolling. Actually, 3. The first one is Louisville. I think I'm high on Louisville. I mean, I think there's a consensus that they're like, after Duke, probably the best team or 3rd best team. I think. I mean, they lost in the tournament. It was a little unimpressive, but I really believe in like what Pat Kelsey's doing there, and I think it's gonna be interesting because they're most likely gonna probably play small ball because they have a lot of really good guards. They got a lot of transfers. They brought in a freshman who's really good, Michael Brown Jr., transfer Ryan Conwell from Xavier, and then they brought in you guys remember Isaac McNeely? I totally forgot that he transferred there from Virginia. And then oh my god, who was the other transfer? Oh my god, what's his name? From like Kennesaw State. Adrian Woolley. That's what it is. So they have a few guards.
Oh, I love that. He says Kennesaw State like Melissa and I would know. Oh, the Kennesaw State.
Well, I thought maybe you knew, just have a ton of guards, and then Javon Hadley too, who's probably like, I don't know if you guys remember him from Colorado. He was the one that wore the face mask. Kind of reminds me of like a Jordan Miller type, like a guard that will do all the little things that can guard bigger guys, has some versatility defensively. Really good rebounder on the offensive defensive glass, can probably play the 4. I'm interested in seeing them and just like the matchup with us like going bigger and whatnot. I think that's gonna be an interesting game. And then the two other ones for similar reasons. First one, Virginia. I'm interested in seeing the Ryan Odom experience, and also I'm interested in seeing Malik Thomas transfer from San Francisco. The Dons put up 20 a game for them. I think he's a dude that like wasn't really talked about because I think he transferred pretty late and everything. I think he has potential to be like all ACC first team and just going to be a dynamite scorer. And I mean, Virginia just has a lot of versatility, a lot of shooting. I think that's going to be a good matchup too, because I think they're going to be really good offensively. And then the last one is that February 14th. Oh my God, wait, we play them on February 14th? That's hilarious. Against NC State. You guys know my love for Will Wade. I think he's, as a coach, I don't know how he is. It's personally.
I mean, it's Valentine's Day, not okay to express your feelings. So.
I just
Clemson because you hate them so much, and you're going to look forward to us kicking their butts.
Oh no, to be honest with you, I don't even really know who Clemson brought in. I know they.
Yeah, it usually takes me about 2 or 3 minutes into the first game against them to know who's annoying me the most. So I hate.
We'll hear about it for sure.
Yeah, no. So no, NC State, they brought in like a ton of dudes. They brought in the what's his name, the guard from Michigan State. Dude's really scrappy. I think it's Trey Holloman, and then just a few other guys. Like he brought Kadir Copeland from McNeese back over. They got a few other guys as well. He got a lot of guys. Oh, Darion Williams. How did I forget about him? Transfer to has the opportunity to, good shot to win ACC Player of the Year. So brought a ton of guys. And then they brought in, what's his name from UNC? Lubin or whatever his name is. What's his name?
Van Allen Lubin?
Yeah, Van Allen Lubin at the 5. Yeah, so they got a ton of guys. I mean, they're pretty deep as well, Virginia as well. So those are tough matchups. So looking forward to those ones. So, and I think too, also Virginia Tech too. I think that's like a under the radar game. I think they're going to be pretty decent as well. I know they haven't been years of late, but yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's North Carolina. There's still something about playing, big time basketball programs, and that's kind of with no Duke, that is kind of the one on the schedule. Because even like Florida won the championship, they're still a football school. Like with everything swirling around North Carolina's football program right now, they don't care. They don't actually care because the basketball team did. Yeah, but the basketball team did media today, and that's all they care about. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. When I went to the media days like a couple of years ago, because I left because there was a storm, so our men didn't show up. So I just left up the ones last year. But the year before that, the North Carolina session was right after or right before ours, and the number of people there, and it's just, it's different. It's a basketball school first, and there's not that many of them on our schedule. In fact, they're probably the only one. That would say because even the ones that are good at basketball, they still football's still big there. But North Carolina, they really kind of don't care about football. So that's always a fun one to play. And so is Duke, and to a lesser extent, I say Virginia is probably a basketball school too, except they're good at football this year. But also we're not playing them at home, so that kind of sucks. So this is kind of our one basketball school at home. So I'm looking forward to that one. It's a little different experience when you play those schools. They take that stuff very seriously. In terms of things kind of that stand out potentially negatively, I know Parrish called out the last 8 games. I would say generally for me, there's a couple of really tough back-to-back and 3 out of 4 games on the road stretches here, which again I am worried about. With the new coaching staff and a young coach navigating through those difficult stretches of games, and there's several, just from February 14th to March 4th, that's 4 on the road, 2 at home. That's tough to get through. And that certainly concerns me, again, with the new coaching staff knowing to work through that. What about you, Melissa?
What concerns me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I could say any team at this point. We don't know what we're getting. We've never seen Coach Lucas be a head coach. We have no idea what system he's running. None of these players have played together. So I mean, I couldn't tell you what concerns me because I don't know our strengths. I don't know our weaknesses.
I meant the schedule, but sure.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean, ending the season with Louisville, there's going to be a top team. I have no idea. I honestly like everything until I see us play.
How about you, Matt?
Melissa's like, yes.
Yes.
What concerns you? Yes.
Yes.
All the above. I mean, the games that I've already like talked about, but I mean, I think just like looking at like you have that UNC, NC State, Virginia Tech, Virginia, like those 4 in a row, like that's a tough 4 games to have. That section in ACC play would probably concern me the most. Just because I mean you lose 1-2 games, it's easy to just lose the next 2. You know what I mean? Like what's your headspace at after losing 1 or 2 of those early ones? So
yeah, and with the coaching staff that hasn't had to coach through that before and figure that out. Although
I'll give you a concern. So last year we all went out to Cali to see the women play the last 2 games of the season, and we had to win at least 1 game to make the ACC tournament, and we didn't. Our last game of the season was against a ranked team.
Yeah,
I could see. I don't know how this team's gonna happen, but seeding making the ACC tournament could come down to our last game, and our last game was against Louisville, who's, like Matt said, is probably a top 3 team in the ACC.
Probably, I would even say top 10 in the nation. I would put them, to be honest.
That's definitely a concern. You're ending your season with one of the best teams, and winning that game could make a difference between making the conference tournament or not. But
yeah, and even if it doesn't, with so many teams in the conference tournament and like seeding, you're talking about there could be a bye at stake or matchup, and you don't want to go into that Louisville. Basically, you don't want to go to the Louisville game with stakes because that's going to be a hard one to.
But also, you also, assuming you make the ACC tournament, you also don't want to go in off a loss either. And with Louisville being so good, it could easily be a blowout loss, and that's not exactly the mindset you want going into a winner take all type situation where if you lose, you're out. So it's kind of a shitty situation to end the season on, assuming Louisville is as good as we think they are.
Yeah, I guess at least it's at home, but yeah, nothing like ending the season with back-to-back road games on the other side of the country. What kind of nonsense was that? But anyway, so that's good.
I got one more thing too. One more positive that I forgot about. I'm also excited for that Wednesday, March 4th matchup with SMU because I get to see my guy Boopy Miller again. So shout out Boopy.
I saw him in person when he was on Wake.
You saw Boopy? Wow. He
was in Wake Forest. We lost that game in overtime. Matthew Cleveland shot out.
That was the downfall of the program right there. Is that if we were at home, Cleveland knocks that shot down. But instead we're away, it rims out, and that was the beginning of the end. I'm convinced.
The beginning of the end is when I got COVID because
we didn't win the game after that.
I literally got COVID, missed like the day before that Virginia Tech game, which was our last win of the season. And we just didn't win again. We were like in the last 4 in, next 4 in, like in the field after that Virginia Tech one because they were also a bubble team at the time, and then lost 10 games in a row. And really have never recovered as a program. So we'll see. I mean, it goes to show you though that like I know the ACC is not what it used to be in basketball. Part of that is some of these programs have fallen off. Part of it is just when you expand this much, you're going to bring in, frankly, programs like Miami that are not basketball first. There's a lot of football programs now because expansion is football driven. So it's not what it was, 15, 20 years ago. But man, you play high level athletes game by game by game for this many games in a row. If you don't keep it together, it will overwhelm you and take you out. We saw that team 2 years ago was not nearly as bad as the record ended up and the performance was. It just got essentially worn down by the schedule and then imploded. Last year's team was actually that bad, but the one 2 years ago had no business finishing that far down the ACC, losing to Boston College 3 times and all that like that. But that's just the weight of the season. It can crush you. So when you have a young coaching staff and a bunch of new players, man, it's always a concern because like that, you called out that 4-game stretch, but really it's the whole. Like, there's not a game that I'm looking at. I'm like, well, that's an easy win.
All right.
No problem.
Before we move on to our next segment, shall we shout out the sponsor?
Yes, we should. I'm assuming you're doing Spanish ad-reading, Melissa?
You want me to read the Espanol? You haven't sent me the hard copy of it.
Well, there isn't a hard copy. It's 2025. We have some. Anyway, our sponsor is 305-800-PAIN. After an accident, every minute counts. With one call to 305-800-PAIN, you get immediate access to trusted doctors and attorneys who guide you step by step. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they're a brand you can trust. Much like 5 Reasons Canes, 305-800-PAIN is focused on the local community of Miami-Dade County and South Florida that handle all your accident needs, including car accidents, personal injuries, and related legal matters. So after an accident, be sure to call 305-800-PAIN. The number is the brand, 305-800-PAIN. Después de un accidente, cada minuto cuenta. Con una llamada a 305-800-PAIN, ustedes pueden obtener acceso inmediatamente a doctores y abogados para ayudar con todo el proceso. Con una clasificación de A+ del Better Business Bureau, pueden confiar en ellos. 305-800-PAIN tiene mucho en común con los 5 razones Canes. Están enfocados en la comunidad local de Miami-Dade County y el Florida del Sur. Ellos pueden ayudar con todo después de un accidente, incluyendo accidentes de carro, lesiones personales y otras cosas legales relacionadas. Entonces, después de un accidente, llama 305-800-PAIN. El número es el nombre de la marca. 305-800-PAIN. Let's hope we don't need to call that number based on the basketball team performance this year. So. They said related legal matters, and
Bring up the wheel.
The wheel is ready. The wheel is ready.
Give me the wheel.
So here are the rules of the game for anyone who didn't watch last week. Plus, we added some new little wrinkles to it. So every NBA team is listed on the wheel. We're each going to take a turn. Whatever team it lands on, you have to pick a player from that roster over the years. You're getting that player when they play for that specific time to fill in your roster from 1 through 5. So we'll go around and keep doing it until we fill our roster. The wrinkle is 2 things. One is each person will not have a steal. So say I spin the Lakers and Matt wants Kobe. He can steal it for me. But you get 1 steal. And then I have to
no double steals either.
No double steal. The second part is you can pass. If you spin a team that you don't want, you could pass it to the person next to you. That's next on the list. And then they can pass it again, and then they can pass it again if everyone has their pass left. You only get 1. The stealing goes to, if both players want, the other 2 people want to steal, it goes to the person who's next in order. So
one other rule, if you have already picked a player off of a team and you spin land on them, you have the option, not the requirement, but the option to spin again. So if you land on the Lakers twice, you're probably going to use the pick twice. But if you land on, I don't know,
like the Wizards twice,
Pelicans twice, then you might not have 2 of those players.
Yes. So the order is Matt, me, and then Vish.
Yep. And with
Matt's going first.
Wait, so you get a respin if it's the same team, like an extra?
You get the option. You get the option. You can use the pick if you want to. If you don't.
In addition to the skip, right?
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
That way you don't get stuck with like 3.
Show me the Lakers.
Matt was so angry last game.
I know. Vish is gonna fucking steal them.
That's true. You don't want it early. It's if you want to steal more, you can.
All right. I guess I'll take Tim Duncan.
Melissa, do you want to steal San Antonio?
No.
Okay, neither do I, because F them Spurs. Go ahead, Matt.
Vish would never steal the Spurs on Principalities.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I go again?
No. Melissa had the option of stealing your pick.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not.
why I said
No.
don't make the pick yet. She has an option of stealing it, but she didn't, and then I passed as well, so it's your turn. So you need to pick a Spurs player.
Oh, so you get the option to steal before. Well, then
Yeah.
what if you say that and then I'm like, all right, I'll take Robert Ory. Like,
No. They steal
I
the
could
pick
go
and make
on.
the
You're
pick.
stealing the team. You're not
Yeah,
stealing the
oh,
players.
got it,
Team,
got it.
not
Okay,
not the player,
Alright.
the team,
got
and
it, got it. All right, give me Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. It is.
Greatest power forward of all time.
I will be toggling back and forth
Oh,
like this.
zoom in.
Zoom in. Okay, hold on.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
And back to the wheel and spin for Melissa. I will theft LeBron James.
Wait, so does Melissa go again then? Since
Yeah, I think we have to do that. We did it head to head, so it's a little bit more obvious. But yeah, I think
I
we
gotta
should
go again.
because otherwise you're gonna end up with like way out of whack. So yeah.
And then does Vish's
Vish
turn
is
get
used to
skipped
steal.
then?
Yeah, my turn will get skipped. We'll go
Yeah,
straight
And then
back.
I go
Vish
again?
has used
Okay.
to steal.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Go.
Melissa.
This is for Melissa. While I put in.
So am I next on the steal then, since you used your steal? Like if
No,
she
you can use
gets.
it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can. So Matt, if you want, I just don't have the option to steal, so it goes straight to you. That's what you were asking.
Yeah, I'm not
Toronto.
using it right now.
But no one's stealing the Raptors. So.
Matt, do you want to steal?
Nope.
All right, I'll take Vince Carter.
Oh, insanity.
Huh?
Is he? Are we calling him a shooting guard or small forward?
Either one, whatever
I
she wants. It
considered
doesn't
him.
matter.
I
What
don't know.
position
Should I
do you want
Google
him
it?
at?
Should I?
Well,
Google
he played both, so you can pick which position.
I would say a 3. I think she can just pick whatever.
Yeah, you can pick either one. He played both.
You just pick either.
Yeah, so whichever position you want to put him at.
Oh shit. I'll put him. That's tough. I'll put him at small forward.
There you go.
That was the move.
All right, so it's my turn
shooting.
again.
Yeah, it's your turn. Anyway, this is what the board looks like right now. And back to
Did you all think I was gonna take Chris Bosh?
No. I thought you were gonna take Kawhi.
Nah. So this is Matt.
This is Matt.
So
The Cavs already took LeBron, who can't take.
oh
You have the option to steal.
I'm not stealing. So
You have the option to pass. Too, if you want. Pass.
I am gonna. I mean, none of the players that like Donovan Mitchell. I don't.
You could take Kyrie.
I could take Kyrie. Oh,
You're welcome.
I could take Kyrie.
Where you could pass.
Or you could pass.
Hmm.
And force Melissa to make a.
I wasn't even thinking of Kyrie, to be honest with
Make
you.
a principalities decision.
I'll take Kyrie actually. Yeah. I want to see. The skip is too early to use. I feel like.
There's not that many rounds in this, so all right.
I know, but like,
It's my turn again.
it's tougher when you have to fill out 3 spots. You know what I mean? Or when you have to fill out 1 spot or whatever.
All right, this spin is for Melissa. Oh, it's giving it to you.
Oh!
Stop! Who is it?
Oh!
Matt,
God, Giannis is a small forward, right? Or is he a power forward? What do we
Power
consider?
forward.
Who?
Giannis.
I would say a 4.
Yeah.
I already have a 4.
Well, first
so
one,
I
Matt,
can-
you have the option to steal this pick.
Nah,
if
I'm
you
good.
Okay. So
I wanted to
Melissa.
land on Miami. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I'll take Giannis.
Yeah. Melissa's got a lot of positionless happening here?
I know, like Vince and Giannis are both like a 2-3, a 3-4, like so.
I mean, Giannis, you could say, is even a point forward, so it's like
Yeah.
I finally get to
he
spin.
brings up the ball.
Me and Matt still have our steals, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you both have your steals. Everyone
I
has
get steal priority right now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you have steal priority. Pacers.
Davon Reed,
So,
Isaiah Wong.
does anyone want to actually steal this? Or?
I'm good. As much as I want Roy Hibbert, I'm good.
All right, so I can obviously pass for one, but what am I looking for? Everything. So, well, I mean, you got to go with Rick Smits right now. I'm gonna go with. I would have taken Siakam, but he's a 3. I'll take Reggie Miller.
There you go.
All right, we are back to Matt again. Melissa has the steal option, and Matt, you can also pass. I've got nothing. Okay.
I'm not gonna steal.
Most defensive franchise ever.
Do I have a? Oh, I took Kyrie. I need a 2, 3, and a 5, right?
Yep, there's your board. Yeah, 2, 3, and a 5.
Damn. I could have, because I can't take Karl Malone.
I mean,
Can't take Stockton.
You shouldn't be taking those people anyway. You have no dignity.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my skip. So you're gonna spin again, right?
Well,
No, it goes.
No. It's not a skip. It's a pass. So Melissa has to take the jab then, unless she passes it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not a skip. It's a pass. So you can strategically dump a crap team on someone.
Oh, okay. There you go. Have fun, Melissa.
I'll pass it to Vish.
Wait, so you can pass a pass?
You can pass a pass, and
you can't steal a steal?
No.
Okay.
You can pass the pass, but you can't steal a steal. But you're getting the Jazz back. I'm using my passes.
Oh my god! What the hell, man?
That's why the pass is so valuable.
Principalities, man. I can't take that either of those guys.
You know who I'm gonna take? Oh my god! Wait, I need to see his position. One of the most underrated basketball players of all time. What's his position listed?
Pete Maravich?
No.
Why not Pete Maravich though?
No, he's gonna be my role guy, but I think he's gonna fit in just fine. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this actually. I could take Pete, but Pete Maravich is more of a point guard, no? Right?
I'm looking. He's listed as a shooting guard on Wikipedia. Jazz and the New Orleans and Utah Jazz. He played for 6 years.
You're gonna laugh at me, but one of my favorite players from to watch, super underrated, was Andre Kirilenko. But
he's a 3 4, right?
He's a 3. Yeah, it just doesn't really fit. How did I get Pete Maravich again?
Wait, you've picked Pete Maravich before?
Yeah, last time we did this, I got Pete Maravich.
He's also eligible for the Hawks in a year on the Celtics, but Jazz are what he's most known for.
All right, I'll take Pete Maravich.
Let's shooting guard. All right, Melissa, you are up. No one has Matt can steal.
Nobody has a.
No one has a pass left. No one has a pass. You and Matt both have your steals, so that's what's in play. So Matt can't theft this. He really wants a Pelicans player or a Timberwolves player. So you are right now. You have a 3 and a 4. I'm hitting share. You have a 3 and a 4. So point guard, shooting guard, center for the Timberwolves.
That's all you, Melissa.
Is Anthony Edwards a shooting guard? Or is he
I would say yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah,
I'll take Anthony Edwards.
If not, Vince Carter's a 2, so like it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
can be interchangeable.
I mean, if
You-
not,
you-
I would have taken Cat, but I prefer.
You are leaning into the positionless.
I am. I was gonna say, if he's a shooting, if he's a small forward, I just switch.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So I'm spinning Matt and Melissa. Matt can steal
That
if he
has the
doesn't
first
steal.
option to steal.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can still seal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you
Oh no, I already have a shooting guard, so.
okay,
Wait,
so
do I need a shooting guard? What do I need to get? A
here's
3?
your board. You need a 3, and you can't take LeBron's token. So
Yeah, so I literally.
you can steal if you want. Otherwise, I can make a pick.
Nah, I'm good. Go ahead.
Can I steal?
No.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
if he didn't steal, it's up to you.
Matt, you didn't
No.
steal.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you're good. Go ahead.
I'll take
Okay.
Shaq.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. And so I spin again.
I got excited because I'm like, oh, Dwayne Wade, but then I just took Anthony Edwards, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'll take Shaq.
Yeah, he'd have had other players.
I don't want
This
to
is
waste
mine,
any effort to
right?
steal because then you're like,
No, this is mine because I didn't pick it. She stole it.
you have
wait,
Reggie.
I have the option to
You have the
respin. Hold
option
on.
to spin again. if
Yeah,
you
let me
want.
see what I got. I got Reggie and LeBron. Is that no?
I already used my Oh no,
No. This is just because
I
it's
used
a
my
duplicate
pass.
too.
Yeah, my bad.
I have the pace. Yeah, I'm out of stuff. You have
Matt
a
has a
steal
steal
left,
left,
Matt.
that's
You
it.
can steal this if you want, whatever it is, Matt.
The
You still have
Nets.
that option. Brooklyn. So here's the board again in case you want to steal it. Otherwise, so you need a small forward or a center.
Should I take
KD,
Brooke Lopez?
Matt, you could take KD.
No, he can. He has Tim Duncan.
Isn't he a small forward?
He's a 3.
Oh, KD. I thought you said KG.
No, KD.
KG also played on the Nets. It wasn't that off. Like, don't be snapping at me.
All right, you know what? I'll steal. I'll take Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Man, I'm helping out Matt a ton today. Who knew?
All right. So everyone's out of everything.
Love it.
So
Right.
Vish has 2 turns he has to do now.
Yeah, I have to go twice. And
everyone's out of all of their extra curriculars.
Yeah. So I'll go twice, and then we'll all have one round of last pick. All right. Don't do me.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yay!
Worst franchise. All right. I never actually looked up who was considered Pelicans and who was like. It's all confusing.
What position do you need?
I need. Hold on. I need point guard, power forward, and center. I guess. Zion's a power forward, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Zion before he got fat?
No, Zion now that he's not fat. He's still there, man. I still get it.
All right, Vish's turn again.
Yep.
This
I
being
need
Matt's
a what do I need? I need a center or a point guard.
Toronto.
Center or point guard. Damn. It's not much there. Center or point guard. I gotta pick someone. We'll have to Google.
I mean, you can put Chris Bosh at the center. He played center.
No, that's cheating.
I mean, I guess. Well, for Toronto, he didn't play center. But if you,
No,
Oh,
it's
Harris had a good point. You could have taken Anthony Davis.
for what?
New
New Orleans.
Well, that's where I got. Anyway, I got all confused. I gotta like better.
He was
Yeah.
on the Pelicans.
No, I know. I'm just. I
Damn,
can't.
dude.
So Toronto. So wait, center or point guard?
Yeah, and I'm not happy with the.
Kyle Lowry.
This is. I'm looking.
Kyle Lowry was actually good when he was on Toronto. He sucked when he came to Miami.
Look up a list of DeWan Hernandez is on here. I guess he played for them for a year. Good God, these names I'm seeing. This is like playing NBA Grid, but just with Raptors.
Dude, Chris Bosh he played games at center, like for sure.
We'll get there. I might have an answer. Okay, so if we don't, do I want to do this? Even though it was only for a year, but you know what? It's worth
We
it.
all wasted our pass on Utah.
The principalities matter. I'll take Akeem.
Took
From
Akeem.
Toronto?
Yeah. Yes. For a year. I mean, it was terrible. But
oh damn! So I need a center.
Yeah, so Matt needs a center, and me and Vish need point guards.
and I'm gonna point out. I'm gonna update this after this comes up.
Oh no! Oh wait, I can respin.
No, because you don't have someone on your current team. It's only if you have somebody on your. Wait, no.
Wait, no, he picked Utah.
I picked
Yeah,
I picked Pete Maravich.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it passed back then. So
Spin it.
Well, I'm assuming
Spin
it
it.
didn't like Regos.
It'd be funny if it hit again.
Well, they get to keep respinning.
Oh no, is that worse? Boston.
Oh my god!
All lives matter.
Why do I have to get a? Why do I have to get a Celtic, man?
Because you used all your passes.
We all use
I don't want to say it. Can you just write it in, Vish?
Hold on, let me clean this up. This is Toronto, Vince Carter, and
Milwaukee.
Miami Shaq.
Yeah.
And Cleveland Kyrie, I'll put in. Oh, and Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn, Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Just so we know who we're getting. All right, who am I putting in? Did you put it in the chat or something?
No, just you know who it should be.
Like the cent. Wait, who?
Come on, man. I don't want to say.
Do you know who he's talking about? It's like a no-brainer.
I don't want to say a Celtics name. Just
I honestly don't know who you're talking about.
put Bill Russell in, dog.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
All right, I need a point guard.
You need a point guard.
Carlos Delfino. Kirk Heinrich.
No, went to Cleveland.
Mo Williams.
You took Kyrie and
Yeah.
principalities. So yeah, you got to pick up. It's got to be
Mark Price.
Oh, Mark Price is a good one too.
Yeah. Hold on. Cleveland Cavs point guard.
Deron Williams.
I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, Mark Price is it's got to be Mark Price from Williams.
Daniel Gibson. Delonte West.
Delonte West.
They have Dwayne Wade listed as a point guard.
He's not. I'm sorry.
I know he's not. I just found that funny.
And also, you don't want
I don't
Cleveland.
want Wade.
Cleveland Dwayne Wade is not. It's not what you're looking for here.
Yeah. Mo Williams, Mark Price.
Wasn't Mo Williams an All-Star like 1 or 2 years?
Yeah, he was. He was the other All-Star on that team with LeBron.
Yeah, give me Mo. I'll take Mo.
Yay! Go Mo Williams. Let's go. Or you could Darius Garland. I mean that's
There are three
No, you should put
Cleveland.
Cleveland. You should put Cleveland there.
Who else is he associated with?
All right,
There,
point guard.
there are 3 Cavaliers on this board. Unbelievable.
Cleveland landed. You stole one of them.
Hey, no, it's LeBron. You steal LeBron.
No, can we trade? Can we trade?
That's why you save your steal.
No, I'm not mad
couldn't have.
about using my steal on Shaq.
She couldn't have saved her steal anyway because
I guess he goes after me.
I was going last, so like she would have had to use more picks already. I will take. Who should I
Jameer
take?
Nelson.
What do you think,
Take-
Jameer?
I would take
somebody
Jameer
else out of
Nelson.
Principalities.
That's like how. Yeah, no, not out of Principalities. Just to be like, yo, he's better.
Keon Dooling.
No, skipped, dude. Rafir Alston.
Oh yeah, was it Rafer?
I thought it was Rafir. Maybe not. I don't know.
That was Rafer. Anyway, this is definitely Penny,
Skip to Malu.
and there it is.
All right, Parrish is the only one in the chat. Parrish, which team do you like the best? We'll let the delay.
Yeah, I'm looking through this. Ooh, these are not great.
Vish wins that point guard.
Mm.
I like my backcourt. Good combination. Penny
I'm
and
not really familiar with Mo Williams, so like.
he's fairly recent.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not as good of a NBA historian like you guys are.
Historians like 10
Well,
years.
no, but like I follow my team, but I don't follow like everybody else.
He's very important to you. His
Like,
shitty
Matt-
plays why LeBron went to the Heat.
Like Matt can name the fifth man off the bench for like the Pelicans. I don't know these things.
Mo Williams was the starting point guard. He's the reason LeBron went to the Heat. He was so bad. Matt, Parrish is going with Matt's team.
Parrish says
No,
your
no,
team wins,
Parrish.
Matt.
I would actually. I think Melissa's team would win. Because
I think the Mo Williams.
the Mo Williams is a disadvantage. However, he can shoot. Anthony Edwards can play make. Vince Carter can play make. Giannis, Zion, and Tim Duncan cannot guard him.
I have a few moving variables.
And the center, the Akeem Olajuwon in Toronto is not good. But if it was Houston, we'd have a different conversation. But it's Toronto, Akeem. And Bill Russell would die if he tried to guard Shaq. So you'd almost have to cross match that Tim Duncan guard Shaq because Bill Russell could not. I think Melissa's would be the hardest.
That's a different Shaq though too.
No, but Miami Shaq was still good. He only lost it afterwards. Irony, 2006. Look who the best player of the Heat was until the finals. It was not Dwayne Wade. Go look back at it.
Williams.
Mo
Gary
Williams,
Payton.
the head men's basketball coach at Jackson State University.
Shaq was the best player on the Heat championship team until the finals when Avery Johnson decided to aggressively double team the ball out of his hand and not make an adjustment for 6 games and blow a 2-0 lead in the finals. But
Fish isn't bitter.
look, man, that was not a foul at the end of Game 5. Tried to steal Dirk's legacy.
Could I have been allowed to spin again since I had already spun Cleveland?
No, because I stole it. You were just explaining to Matt that he does not have a Utah player, so he has to.
Can we change that rule?
As someone shouted on last week's show, not in the middle of the game. But yeah, we can change that rule. Actually, the whole
Because
point.
then I would have spun Penny, and that would have been amazing.
That's the whole reason you're trying to change all the rules.
Just because I want Penny.
Anyway, these are actually pretty well balanced. I do have like prime LeBron over here, so that's something. Yeah, Reggie Miller shooting. And Penny. Orlando Penny.
I don't know. The small forward matchup is interesting.
My front court, those two are darn good. I think Shaq's just a differentiator. Like, no one can guard him on these teams.
I had options.
Maybe Tim Duncan a
taken
little bit. Maybe Tim Duncan a little bit, but that's it. No one else can guard him. Because Miami Shaq can still move.
If Melissa's team just runs the whole game, they win easily, but you got to play in the half court at some point.
Yeah, well, you play in the half court by throwing him to Shaq and watching him put Bill Russell's scrawny ass in the basket with the ball. Like, that's.
I think if I had a better point guard, my team wins easily.
I still think you just shade it. Although, like, I'm not gonna pretend like I know what Pete Maravich is bringing to the table here, but.
The fact that we all use our pass on Utah and then Matt's
Look, man, there's principalities. All right, no one wants to mess with that. I actually needed a point guard and a power forward at the time. I'm like, nope, ain't doing that. Yeah, we all have players that shouldn't be there. This actually worked out. This came out balanced. I don't think there's not one that stands out.
Shall we move into the last segment?
Yes.
The would you call it the final segment?
So, I had to take Monica's younger sister to school today. We drove by Chick-fil-A, and I noticed some of the new Chick-fil-A's have new like signage, and it's like super like bland, generic looking. And at first I was like, that looks so stupid, but then I'm like, it's so fitting. Bland signage, bland food, it goes together.
If you
So
want to talk about bland, you should see Texas Tech's new logo.
Have you seen this thing?
no.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. This is.
Bring up what they have now and bring up what they're changing.
Wait, hold on. Texas Tech did like a historical. I'm gonna find that post on Twitter real quick where they like did the logos over the years.
We're not gonna end this show on Chick-fil-A slander.
I was gonna comment on. You are an expert at changing the freaking topic when you talk about it. Just I'm immediately like, I didn't even make a sarcastic, flavorless comment. I immediately started looking for this logo. You're very, very good at that. You should have been a lawyer. Let's see. Here it is. That is the logo history of Texas Tech.
Wait, where's the new logo?
It's this on the right.
What the fuck?
So
That's
they took off all the shading and everything.
Yeah, they basically went back to this.
It's basically
logo.
Temple with an extra T.
I mean, it's basically this in bold font. This one from, like, I think they said it was from the 1800s.
Were the tariffs just too high on shading, and they're like, what? That's crazy. Wow. It looks terrible.
It does, and that's why they put this out. Like, they actually released the logo first, and the reaction was so bad, they tried to justify it with this. I expect a walk back.
Pull a Cracker Barrel and go back to it because everyone.
I think that I'd be surprised if they ever print a piece of merch anymore. Although we did manage to roll out quite a bit of merch with that clamshell looking ibis before they killed it. So they were going to put that thing on the helmets and make it the full-time logo, and people revolted. So no, that was the plan because Nike didn't own the logo, and Nike wanted to own the logo so they could get all the money off of it. They don't own the U. They own that spinny half hurricane ibis head thing, though. They want to make that the brand. So that way they can make it's the same reason they stole the yellow from Michigan, and Michigan can't use the same yellow anymore.
The maze.
I don't know if you know that, but they had to slightly modify the yellow because Michigan's yellow, Nike when they sponsored them got the rights to that maze. So it's a slightly different shade now.
Isn't Michigan still it's Jordan brand now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't own their own. I think they yo-yoed. But they lost the right to their yellow.
Wow.
Nike likes to steal the IP, so they tried to force that logo on it. The backlash was so bad, the school got rid of all of the other logos. Now they use the U for everything. So they just a different logo for academics, which said like University up in small letters and Miami really big. They got rid of that, and now they put the U on everything. That's why when they send us bills and ask for money, it has a U on it instead of you used to know if the athletic department said something or if it was the academics and have a different logo on the envelope coming and asking you for money. Now it's all the same.
This is one of the longer final.
Now because the football team is undefeated and doing well, so Texas Tech's like, let's cash in right now. New merch.
Like, you can't have nice things, so let's make a new logo. So.
Well, I think it's more just that's why they always do a rebrand when the foot, like in professional sports, when the team gets good because they want people to buy all the new merch. So I think that's where Texas Tech is going for there. Hey, we're really good this year. Let's do logo. I just want to know who got paid to design that. Some consulting firm got paid a lot of money. Like went away for like 3 months and came back with this, and they're like, "That looks great." Anyway, next week. So next week we will have. Not sure what day yet. Matt finds out on Sundays what his schedule is. So some point next week we will.
Thursday would be the only available day for myself.
Some point
Unless
next
you want
week.
to do it Sunday night.
We will be back next week at some point. And we will be breaking down the women's schedule in the same way we just did the men's, and I'm sure bring the game back with some other twists and turns and new rules based on what just happened here. Anyway, I think that's about all we got.
Cue the Sox outro.
Don't cry.
We getting buckets.
Keep it chill.
Yeah, baby.
Wear good socks.
Buckets.